Warning, warning. Contents of this video may be so boring that it causes you to stick an ice pick into your temple. However, for others, there might actually be some useful information on an anchor trolley.
Hey everybody, I am Steve with Adventure Outdoors, and today I'm going to put an anchor trolley on the paddleboard. The anchor trolley that I'm using today is made by Hobie, and I have used the Hobie made anchor trolleys on all of my kayaks in the past, no matter what brand. I just think they're good quality, they're pretty easy to install, and they're just my preferred anchor trolley. The only twist about today's anchor trolley is when I started researching, Hobie makes this particular kit for the brand new Compass, their new kayak. So had some features to it since it was made for the Compass that I thought I would try it on the paddleboard. Now keep in mind, you can use this same kit on virtually any kayak that you own, okay? It's not just for paddleboards or a certain brand of kayak. Use it on anything, even if you have to modify it a little bit, because it is a great anchor trolley kit. One of the main reasons that I actually chose the trolley kit that's made specifically for the Hobie Compass is because these little through hole screws, you drill a hole in your kayak and then you insert the black plastic piece and it will screw in on itself. Because I don't have access, I don't have storage hatches and things like that to where I can reach in and tighten bolts. So that was my reason for selecting the Compass trolley kit. When you're installing it, you're looking at 2 holes drilled in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the rear. So you got 6 holes to drill. These little cheek blocks with the little pulley wheel inside, it's purely subjective where on the bow and the stern that you mount these. So mount them where you want. The only thing that I could give as advice is I have found that the closer you mount them to the bow and the stern, you do have more anchor position options. So I'm probably gonna mount this around, I don't know, 18 inches or so on the front here, so I will have a few more options when it comes to anchoring. Okay, the hole you're going to drill is going to be 3/8. No matter how many times that you've drilled a hole in a kayak, doesn't matter how many times you've done it, it's still nerve-wracking to take that bit to plastic. And I've done it a lot, so you always want to make sure when you start that drill. My rule is also to hand tighten these. You don't want to use a cordless drill and over tighten and really mess it up. On the second hole on this block, I've decided just to go in straight into the hole with a 1-inch stainless. All I did was repeat the process for the back block. So now we're at the point where we've got a lot of extra line, and we've got the rings that are between shock cord. If I didn't tell you that earlier, that shock cord is very important on the anchor trolley. So we're going to untie one of these ends and we are going to retie it for a custom fit. What I like to do at this point is to go ahead, kind of lay it there on the side of your kayak or paddleboard, pull this taut a little bit, put some tension right here, because you're going to want it to hold firm against the side of your boat. So pull this taut a little bit, and then you're going to just tie some knots right here. Doesn't matter what knot you tie. I'm probably going to use the Serbian spaghetti knot myself. I think that's one of the best knots you can do for this, but I'm just kidding. No such thing as a Serbian spaghetti knot. I probably made about 15 knots right here. What you want to do is you want a bunch of knots because you want extra line. In case you ever want to retie this, loosen it, or tighten it, you want to have extra line. So the best way to achieve that is just make a bunch of knots. And of course, you want to melt the end. Alright, the last thing that we have to do is we're going to use a couple of these. We're going to install those, and that's going to help keep the top line of your anchor trolley tucked down and not flipping up on top of your boat, messing with you. So we're going to do these just like those blocks. Blue moons. I love blue moons. So if you are a kayak angler, paddleboard angler, whatever, you already know how important an anchor trolley is. Now, I've got links in the description for this particular anchor trolley that I use. Seems great, so I like it, and I would definitely recommend it. If you are just getting into kayak fishing, you have to have an anchor trolley. I don't care what anyone says, and I don't care what you try to do to avoid it. You can't avoid it. You have to have some sort of anchor trolley, okay? Because you will find a hot spot for fish, and the wind or the current is going to blow you away, and you don't want that happening. All right, I wish I could stay and talk to you longer, but I got some cat videos I need to go watch, so I'll see y'all again real soon.